Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Emily and welcome to my December TBR. I can't believe we're already here. I'm sure everybody is saying the same thing, but like, holy moly. I can't believe 2025 is already over, almost over. I saw like a tweet or something on Instagram a week or so ago that said something along the lines of, before I agree to 2026, I would like to see the terms and conditions, and hard agree. I'm so done with 2025, but I don't have high hopes for 2026. So there we go. I don't really know what the solution is to that, but in the meantime, let's talk about some books, shall we? December is going to be a weird mix of catching up on reading challenges that I have fallen behind on and mood reading to my heart's content. I read until the very last day of the year, so I won't really be putting up end of year content until January because everything counts until 11:59 p.m. on December 31st. However, I am debating maybe just rereading some favorites that last week, but who's to say? Who knows what kind of mood I'll be in. But right now, rereading favorites in the last week of the year sounds pretty nice. I keep going off on side quests. Let's talk about what I am definitely, hopefully, maybe going to read this month. Let's start with our carryover. I have not finished one of my TBR jar books yet. I still have not touched The Killing Moon by N.K. Jemisin. Now, granted, when I'm filming this, I still have a week-ish of November. I could get to this. However, I'm already reading a really chunky book, and this is not an insignificant amount of pages. It's a little over 400. So, like, obviously I could read this. I probably won't, so this is going to carry over into December. And then I have some library books as well. I finally got my copy of I Who Have Never Known Men by Jacqueline Hartman. I've had this on hold since September. I tried to read it a couple days ago and I just could not get into it. So I don't know, and it's due back in like 5 days. So who knows? I'm debating getting the audiobook. If you've listened to this on audio, will you let me know whether or not that's a good way to consume this story? Because there's no chapters, which I don't love. So I'm debating just listening to it and calling it good. This is like literary dystopian, I think, about a girl who has grown up in this community of 40 women who are trapped in this cage underground. It feels like it's pretty bleak. I finally got this. Hopefully I will get to it because it was supposed to be for the SFF book club that I'm in back in September. And then I also got Psycho, Pomp, and Circumstance by Eden Royce. This was on my library's new release shelf. I've seen a couple people talk about it. This is grief horror, I believe, and it's a short little novella. I've seen pretty mixed reviews. I think Sadie Hartman, who goes by Mother Horror on Instagram, I think really loved this, but then I saw somebody else read it who didn't love it, and I can't remember who that was right now. But C.S.E. Cooney has a blurb on the back, so apparently she liked it, and I really like C.S.E. Cooney, so it could work for me. I'm also going to be continuing my nonfiction streak because that's been going so well. I placed a hold on this after seeing it somewhere, and now I can't remember where I saw it, but it is The Science of Stuck, Breaking Through Inertia to Find Your Path Forward by Britt Frank. I feel like this is gonna swing a little bit more self-helpy, which usually is not my vibe for nonfiction, but I feel like I need something. I need some guidance. I need a push. I need some motivation. I need to feel like I have some forward momentum. So here's hoping this helps. It's also not very big, so it'd be easy to read. And then I also got House of Idol, which is Delilah S. Dawson's newest horror novella. Something about rock stars, and I've heard people who read this are never going to look at unicorns the same way ever again. I really loved Bloom by Delilah S. Dawson, and I liked the other one that just came out. Which one was? The one with the pearls on the cover. This one. I liked this. I didn't love it, but I liked this. So I'm interested to check that one out. And then for book clubs, so my SFF book club is reading The Sparrow. I know nothing about this, just that it has a blue cover. So that's our read for December. So I'm going to give it a try, see what I think. It doesn't look like science fiction, but I think it is science fiction. Anyways, this is what I'm reading. And then for the Betty Pages Challenge Yourself Reading Challenge, I still need to read Upright Women Wanted, which was my pick for September. So I have to get on that. It's a reread. And then I was thinking I might also reread Ancillary Justice, which is on the list for December. I read it years ago and then never continued on in the series. And my husband has since read like the original trilogy and then the new one that just came out last year, and he has loved them. So I've been saying that I do want to continue on the series, but I have to reread the first one because I don't remember. So I'm going to reread it, hopefully. And then then for buzzword, I think I'm behind for buzzword. So for the cover challenge, it's to read a book containing or using only one color. And honestly, I know there's yellow on here, but it's predominantly blue. So I think this one could work. For that, I'm also going to take a look through my shelves. But considering how much science fiction and fantasy I read, those covers tend to be pretty colorful. So I'm not super confident in my ability to find something off of my shelves. And then the title challenge for buzzword is to read a book with alliteration, which again, science of stuck. I could get 2 prompts done with 1 book. That would work out pretty well. So those are book clubs. I did not read my Octavia E. Butler book that I was supposed to read in November. I said I was going to read Dawn and I just did not get to it. So I'm going to roll that over. I'm going to try and read it in December and we'll see if that gets done. I am really focusing on reading books that I already own because of Clear Your Shit. Obviously, I'm still reading library books, but I am really trying to focus on my unread shelf. So, and I don't own Dawn. It's a library book. It would be a library book. I'm on a book buying ban. You know, there's just a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on. So I would like to get to it, but if I don't, I'm going to give myself some grace since this is a self-appointed challenge. But yeah, since that's a self-appointed challenge, it's fine. It's fine. Whatever I get done is good. All right, let's talk about what I'm going to pull from the TBR jar. I was going to pull 3, even though I didn't get to the Killing Moon. I was thinking I would draw 3 and then just do a better job of slotting them in to Clear Your Shit prompts. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Whoops. Whoa. Oh dear. Okay. So the first one. Okay. This is good. It's kind of bad, but it's also good. The first one is Catalyst Gate. I'm going to go let the cat out of the room. Catalyst Gate by Megan E. O'Keefe is the 3rd book in the Protectorate series. This is a space opera sci-fi series that I read book 1 and 2 pretty back to back and really enjoyed them, and then I just never finished, which is wild. I'm gonna have to find a detailed recap of the first 2 books though, because I don't remember a ton of what happened in Velocity Weapon or Chaos Vector, but I did really enjoy it, and I might have put this, I can't remember if I put this on my series bingo board or not. You know how sometimes authors will put like a previously on in the front? Megan E. O'Keefe did not do that for this book. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find like maybe Reddit has this is what happened in the first 2 books somewhere. Anyways, this is great. I'm really happy that this came up because I have been needing a push to finish this trilogy and hopefully this will be that. Okay, and then the second one, I'm just flinging them out left and right today. Oh, it's another yellow. I gotta grab a different color. Oh, I've read that one already. Okay, phew. All right, let's get a red. Let's get a red one. Red is, ooh, this is a good one to come up. Is Me and White Supremacy. This has been on my TBR for a really long time. I think this is one of those books that everybody should read. It just came out in 2020. Yeah, I've had this on my TBR since 2020. And I think I've owned it that long too. I bought it pretty quickly, you know, when everybody knee-jerk bought anti-racism nonfiction in the summer of 2020, and then we proceeded to not read it. I read some of it. I just didn't read this one. So this is great. Great for me to read. Good knowledge for me to have. I'm excited that this came up. And then the third one, let's get an orange one. An orange one. Yes, this is a good one too. Third one is Everyone Wants to Rule the World Except Me. This is another book in a series that I've been trying to find a way to shoehorn this into my reading all year since it came out, and I just haven't gotten it to it yet. This is the sequel to How to Become the Dark Lord and Die Trying by Django Wexler. This is book 2, and I really loved the first book in the series. I gave it 5 stars. I really love Django Wexler just in general. I think his books are just really fun, and the series is really fun. This has like a video game component where the main character, Davi, is set down into this fantasy world, and she's supposed to defeat the Dark Lord, but every time she fails and dies, she resets to the same starting point and has to start all over again. And in book 1, she's on like her 200 and something attempt, and she's so sick and tired of doing this that she's like, well, if I can't kill the Dark Lord, maybe I can just like become the Dark Lord instead. And this is continuing this story. It's very funny, very raunchy style humor. Davi is very obviously a woman written by a man, but I think in a really fun way. It's not offensive, it's not problematic. It just is, you know, if you've read it, you know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, then read it and then you'll get what I'm trying to say. Anyways, I'm really excited to continue on this series. It's really funny, pretty lighthearted as far as book 1 went, although there are content warnings at the beginning. Okay, and see Django Wexler. I don't know if you can see it. It's so bright. He does previously on the unending torturous hellscape that is my life. I love that he does this. Can we normalize this, please? Publishing, see Orbit, I know you can do it. You do it. You got to do it for all your books, not just some of your books. Okay, and I think that is going to be my very tentative TBR for December. Let me know what you are reading for the last month of the year. Let me know how you're feeling about 2025 almost being over. This is a safe space. And if you want to, just leave an emoji to let me know that you're here. Let's do the emoji for whatever winter holiday you celebrate. So a Christmas tree, a menorah. If you don't celebrate any, you can do a snowflake for the winter solstice. If you just want to go into a cave and be left alone, do a bear or some sort of animal that hibernates. And otherwise, like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, and I'll talk to y'all in the next one. Bye.